All right, y'all. So today we got this reaction on this video that I saw that I thought was pretty interesting, and I wanted to react to it. I watched like a couple seconds just so that I didn't see the whole video. I only watch a few seconds of whatever video just to make sure it's worthy. But once I peep that, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, don't continue to watch it so I can get my natural reaction. But yeah, I don't know exactly what they're gonna get into, but the video is titled, "The Game Furthers the Discussion, What is the Beef Between Straight and Gay Men?" And yeah, I think this is a pretty good topic for us to be having, so let's go.
What's the problem between straight men and gay men today? What's the issue?
It depends on the person. I have nothing towards you.
Yeah, nothing.
I feel like men that I wouldn't even say friend zoned because there was really no option of that, but I can consider you guys friends. I consider you guys allies. So there are certain men in my life who I feel like that about. And then there are men who get uncomfortable when you come into a room. But for me, it's so many things. It's a lack of confidence. I don't like using the word jealousy because you don't know me to be jealous. You're kind of nerve-wracked by my confidence. I walk into a room like I own that. Like, I belong in every room I ever put foot in. But some men don't. And for some, it can be perceived as cocky.
Because once y'all come out the closet, there's like a whole, like, you shed all of that shit. You're doing it finally as your real self. A lot of times, as a man, you be in rooms that you have this imposter syndrome that people are going to be able to see through that. It's not about sexuality. It's just about...
All right, so before I tap onto that, I just want to respond to the first thing that the gay dude said. Facts. A lot of straight men get uncomfortable by us because they are putting on a persona sometime, and a lot of the time, even if they're not putting on a persona, they're an image and a reflection of what everyone said was okay to be. They are basically walking stereotypes. Like, they are literally what people have told them that they could be. They get embarrassed easily. They care about what everybody thinks of them. They're not allowed to just be themselves and just be confident. They are about certain stuff, but then other stuff they like to, you know, like hide, and that's where the DL shit come up from and everything. So they be very much so dealing with a lot of their own shit that they're not accepting and being real about. So just to be in the presence of somebody else who is gonna bother them. And that's just anybody, because I've gotten this same thing from from gay guys. Like, I've walked into gay events where I thought I was gonna just be kicking it with people cool and it was gonna be a good vibe. And I walk in and some people was cool like that, but then, you know, you always notice certain dudes off to the side mugging and observing you all extra hard and shit, trying to, you know, like pull your card or whatever. Mad because you're not feminine, mad because you're not ugly, mad because, you know, you confident with being here, but you don't look like them or something. Like, you can get a lot of that from feminine dudes to masculine dudes maybe to feminine dudes, like from straight dudes to gay dudes, you know what I'm saying? It happens with all people. So I feel like you should be confident, not ever be worried about what nobody else's confidence level is, because them feeling good about themselves doesn't say anything about you, or them feeling bad about themselves doesn't make you better than them either. I definitely don't condone no insecure people being negative and spewing out their pain and throwing off their insecurities to the world. Never have, never will. But yeah, as far as homeboy, let's see what he about to say. I think he's about to say something pretty cool. Hold on.
Because once y'all come out the closet, there's like a whole, like, you shed all of that shit. You're doing it finally as your real self. A lot of times, as a man, you be in rooms that you have this imposter syndrome that people are going to be able to see through that. It's not about sexuality. It's just about, do I deserve this moment? Whereas you shed that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you've been building as yourself a long time ago without all of that. So I can see why there would be an uncomfortability between you and them, because you're showing up as your true self, and I don't even know how to be right now.
Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty. They ate that up. I love that they having that conversation. Both their personalities was hella dope to me. So yeah, I might have to check them out. But yeah, that was facts. What the straight dude said at the end, that is the complete true right there. Like, I'm gonna have a whole video on that about, you know, the DL dudes and everything, how they just be sitting up kissing other niggas' asses, caring about everybody else's opinion on them, so bad, and that makes you a little boy in a grown man's body. And like he said, we get ahead of them mentally, emotionally, and everything because we are actually, like releasing all them chains and shackles of opinion and how we supposed to be and all these like rules and bullshit. We do what the fuck we want. Them niggas do what they can, and that's the reason why there's that friction. It bothers them, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I be trying to say straight men need to adapt, because you can still be a straight heterosexual guy and still adapt that behavior where in that mindset where you're like, hey, I'm gonna live my life and be myself because life is too short for this and whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to get real enough with yourself to self-reflect on things that matter to you, and you got to realize that other people's opinion and shit does not matter. It doesn't hold that much weight, because a lot of people not even gonna do nothing for you. You're gonna be able to pay your own bills, your own shit, do your own thing. If they're not doing nothing for you, what does their opinion matter anyway? And you're gonna have to be on your own as a man anyway at some point, like period. So it's just, to me, it makes that mindset is what studs them to being the baby boys that never leave the nest, that are afraid to get out in the real world, the ones that, just go ahead and follow behind what all the other niggas is doing, what the rappers is talking about, the sagging the pants, the gang banging, the shooting instead of fighting, when shooting is, anybody can do that shit and this is considered tough. But getting out and banging is not no longer tough. That, like, what? No. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of their mindsets and what they deem as cool and everything is just makes them losers, and they think that they really be eating. So, it takes a real one to not have to follow the stereotypical wave that a lot of people was on, and they can't, a lot of them can't do it because they too busy trying to fit in and they not being themselves. And when you're not walking in your own path, that's when you end up not receiving certain blessings, and you end up in fucked up situations because you're simply being someone else, or you're cloned to someone else, when God might have a whole nother mission for you, but you over here too busy worried about what everyone else thinks, that you're pushing your own true desires and shit away. And that is what makes a person really insecure. And when I be talking about, go heal, that's another thing too. Like, you gotta allow yourself to let go of those childhood traumas, those negative things that happened to you, the people that told you who to be and everything. You gotta be able to let all that shit go. And it's like, if you don't have the patience and the heart to do that and look into yourself, and you're gonna be scared and run. There's two different kind of people. You either a runner or you somebody who faces your shit and deals with it. And if you run, them is the people who become alcoholics, be on drugs and homeless and gave up on themselves, insecure as fuck. The list goes on. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually deal with your stuff and go down your path, you get so many blessings because you're walking in your truth, and people don't realize the reward for it. These niggas think that they're doing something by not being themselves, by pleasing everyone around them because the instant gratification. But on the long run, it's shit gonna get worse. Like, it's either gonna be hard now to make it easier life later, or you gonna have it easy now, faking and bullshitting, thinking that you got forever, and then you gonna get to the end and it's gonna get harder for you. That's how this shit goes. And a lot of people wait too late to figure shit out. And yeah. God ain't give us no years to waste. Don't let nobody tell you that you a baby and you too young to learn how to be emotionally, inclined and empathetic and, like intelligent and stuff. Like, you can literally be whatever you want to be. Think about the Beyonce syndrome. Like, how the Beyonce syndrome. Get on your shit early, as soon as you think of it. Don't procrastinate on nothing. Think of life as, nigga, you got to do what you got to do, because this shit could be over at any point. Don't take no time for granted. Go after what you want in life. Quit being lazy. Like, straight up. That's just some words of encouragement, because, yeah, that's what's causing a lot of pain and shit going on, because people are passing it around and spreading it around instead of healing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just wanted to keep that 100 with y'all.
Break this down for y'all. Fear of embarrassment is holding back a lot of y'all. Okay? There's a lot of people who are not as talented as you, who just simply care less about being criticized and made fun of, and so they're going to get further than you. Fear of embarrassment is friction, causes people to delay, overthink, avoid risk. Shamelessness equals velocity. So the less you give a the more willing you are to try this and try that and put yourself out there and go after this and go after that. And those people get some, man. Luck bets on the ones in motion. Think about it like two people running a race, right? There's one runner who's fast, but he keeps looking at the crowd to make sure like his form is good. Like he's worried about his form. Other runner, slow, but never breaks stride and is just locked in. He's going to get further. And people got to stop thinking that like the market rewards like this best kept secret, the most talented. No, the market rewards consistent output and visibility. I'll wrap it up by saying the willingness to be seen failing is a talent multiplier. And I don't mean to preach because I've struggled with this all the time. But one thing I'm proud of about myself is my resilience and my willingness at the end of the day that even if I'm scared, I'm moving my feet forward. Get up and get it.
Facts. Real talk. Another clip I want to show y'all real quick, just to give y'all an example of what I mean by like dudes caring about other people's opinion, and because of that, that's everything. Let's check this out. All right, so the reason why I wanted to show y'all that is because y'all notice that whenever anybody else does these kind of skits where they're going up the elevator, we know it's all a stunt. You know what I'm saying? Somebody touch somebody going down the opposite way on the escalator on their arm or whatever, and they supposed to turn around and be all offended and mad and shit. Did y'all peep how this dude did not react like that though? He turned around and just waved back like, okay, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to point this out to show y'all that like that's being yourself and not caring about what everybody's opinion is. He's right there in front of another black dude and a black woman, and he didn't have to feel like he needed to be homophobic for their approval. He didn't feel like he needed to be offended to make sure that his masculinity was safe. He was just comfortable in his shit. Like, hey, thank you for the compliment. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I know I'm fine, but yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to be offended by somebody being attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make you gay or straight. So just wanted to point that out. And then another thing was the comment that was left under that video. So this dude comments and says, nah, his homie was extremely disappointed with the laughing emoji. Got over 129K likes. The top liked view one. Because what was black people mostly thinking when they saw that clip, that this nigga was supposed to get mad, jump over the escalator, run up to the thing and try to fight them or whatever. But because he didn't, somebody had to just let it be known, like, nah, his homie was extremely disappointed. He didn't give a fuck what his homie thought, but his homie also respected him because he didn't give a fuck that the nigga didn't give a fuck. And that's something I want to point out right there for black men and black culture. I noticed that black men do not like to be around other black men that are like, the typical black man that is not emotionally intelligent. They do not like being around other black men that don't care about their opinion. They have this packed mindset that every other black man is supposed to approve of what the fuck you do. They supposed to give us it's an okay stamp or not. And when you don't give a fuck what these niggas think, they be so intimidated and so pressed that they will figure out a way to exile you out the group. Like, they don't want to be around and have a nigga in the group that's, you know, emotionally comfortable with his sexuality and shit. They need you to be just as soft and little boy minded, baby boy minded, where you care about their opinion and let them, you know, validate you. And if they don't, then you feel like shit. And if they do, then you feel like you that nigga and shit. Like, no, letting other men validate you makes you a punk ass nigga. Okay? Letting anybody validate you. I even think this with women. I don't like insecurity at all. You feel me? So my thing is, I just feel like these dudes, you know what I'm saying, gave a good example, and I just wanted to show like how a lot of black men feel, because even myself, that's another reason why a lot of straight black men kind of steer from me, because they don't like that I don't care about their opinion. And it's like, Just because I don't allow you to validate me does not mean that I don't think you ain't shit or I'm thinking of you less. That just means that I'm a man in my own right and I respect you. Just supposed to be one too. You're not supposed to be letting me tell you what the fuck is right or not either. Like, we two different men. And unless we trying to be together, then it don't matter. That's the reason why, yeah, when it comes to the opinion of other men that I'm not trying to fuck around with, I don't care. Yeah, gay men gonna care about each other's opinion because you're trying to date gay men too. But if you're a straight man, why would you give a damn about another man's opinion for real? That's some gay shit right there. It's at least a gateway to gay shit. Because if you're sitting up there worried and growing up because you don't have certain people or you don't have role models, male role models, you're looking over at all your peers and all the other niggas in the hood and shit that you grew up with for, to follow and lead and, like follow the leader shit and get all what is right and wrong and what's a man from them. Well, then that's going to gateway you to start feeling kind of sexually like towards men because everything that you're getting from is from like what is a man supposed to be. A man is what's absent. A man is what you're reaching for. A man is what you're reaching to be. So it gives it more of a chance for you to be curious about a man as opposed to being taught by your father and shit. Then you'd be more comfortable with your sexuality because yes, you're supposed to follow your father, but you're not supposed to follow peers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas don't understand that, and that's a setup for the black man's failure right there. That's a part of it, because you can't be a man and lead families and shit when the blind is leading the blind, bro.
These niggas ain't really cool. They really insecure. They need each other's energy to feel like they cool. See, it's like 10 insecure niggas get together to be one person. I'm cool, nigga, on my own. Mm-hmm. These niggas ain't really cool. They really insecure. They need each other's energy to feel like they cool. See, it's like 10 insecure niggas get together to be one person. I'm cool, nigga, on my own.
Mm-hmm. Straight up. All right, so yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in on this one. I hope that y'all got a lot from it. I feel like this one was definitely necessary. So let me know what y'all think about it. Hit them comments up, like this video, and yeah, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say.